today I'm going to show you how to preserve eggs in calcium hydroxide or pickling lime. This is just limestone that's been powderized, and you put it in water and then it will keep for 1 to 2 years. My friend was just telling me that she's heard of people taking them out after 10 years and them being okay, but I don't know, from what I've read it's 1 to 2 years. And then you can use them in whatever. You can fry them, you can just, like a normal egg. I've heard people say that they're not quite as flavorful, but in a situation where you don't have any food, this is going to be a real treat. Now, you want to use eggs from your chickens. This is really, really important. They have to be unwashed. When you wash them with water, it takes that coating off. So if you just buy eggs from the store, they will not work. You cannot do this. This has to be eggs from your chickens, unwashed only. So I started mine in a food grade 5-gallon bucket, and I'm going to tell you some mistakes that I made. I filled them up so much that they were breaking. So obviously after they break, that's no good. So I had to go through, and then some of them were a little bit thinner. Obviously my chickens need a little bit more calcium than they're getting. Time to get some oyster shells or something like that. So this is the ones that I could salvage. The others that were not too bad, I cooked up and gave to my dogs, or you can throw them in the garden for some really wonderful fertilizer. But these are the ones that I salvaged. This 5-gallon bucket will work fine, and for if you run out of glass jars, that's completely fine. You just don't want to fill them too high, so maybe just like up to there would be perfectly fine. You can't really put more than that unless your eggs are just like super duper strong and can handle the weight of all of those other eggs. So good tips there, good learning. This is why we do this stuff. Personally, I want to try these things out because it doesn't always work the first time. And then you can figure out why it doesn't work when you're not in an SHTF sort of situation, relying on this as your only food, and work out the kinks. Okay, so I got all of the eggs that were nice and hard out. And now what I'm going to do is measure out 1 ounce. I'm going to do 1 ounce of the calcium hydroxide, hydrated lime, and 1 quart of water. I'm going to mix it together, and I'm going to put it in there. Make sure you make a big mess. Try to spill it all over as much as possible. Okay. And as you can see, I labeled the date on each of these, so that's 1/21, so that I would know when exactly I did that. It until we're ready to use them. I'll mark the date so that I don't let it go too long, and then put it under a bed or somewhere dark and cool that won't be disturbed. So it's that easy, and then I'm going to put this in a cool, dry place, and it will last for many years. I like to put the date on there, at least the month and the year, so that I know exactly when it went in, and then it has a much better chance of not going over that 2-year mark. And then I also labeled this jar, so this was from November to January. So that's a good way to make sure that you're not keeping them for too long. So this is a great way to stockpile eggs and preserve your eggs on the homestead. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.